Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and it is time for the Market Watch. We watch the markets open up in Shanghai and Hong Kong to see exactly what the metals are going to be doing. May give us a foretaste of what could be coming in London hours later, and then New York. But usually they kind of work the opposite direction. Right now, as you're looking at your screen, it is indeed the 6 o'clock hour, the witching hour is here. But Kitco always takes at least 2 minutes before the markets reflect themselves here. So we're going to keep an eye on them and see what's happening here. We've got the Global Warmer who's first tonight. Good to see the Global Warmer. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. And Gold Chick is second. Good to see the lovely Gold Chick with us tonight. Welcome. We got Silver Wolverine, who was almost first. We've got Lassie Farm here, as well as All Pro and Coin Roll Fishing. Good to see you guys. All right. So we're watching these markets to see what they're going to do. We're going to refresh them right now and see if indeed they are opening up to the positive side here. I'm going to check something here real quick. Yeah. I don't know why this is showing rhodium down $1,000. There's no change from Friday, 7,900. But as you can see, rhodium is a very volatile metal these days. But gold is up 60 cents and silver is up 1 shiny red cent. That's right. Exactly. So it's up a little bit. Good to see JK Pioneer. Welcome. Me and my drone. Doc Enick is here. Doc, welcome. Size 9 is here. Polar Wolf Pete is here. As well as Keith and the lovely Mrs. Coin Crew. And good to see you. I hope you're doing well. As we continue to explore these prices, we're going to come back. We're going to answer some comments from you, the viewer, as well in this live stream, as we usually do as well. But let's look at where the gold to silver ratio is now. It's high, but it's below 83 right now. So there's where the markets lie right now. Platinum and palladium are not reflecting any changes yet. We'll continue to keep an eye on those. We'll come back, though. We're going to get to a couple of comments here. Thank you guys for being here. B.R. Williams, long time no see. Good to see you. And all right. Very good. And Coin Roll Fishing is here. All Pro is here. Rick Kurutz, thank you guys for being here. Let's go to from 7 years ago. Dollar falls a 9-month low. What does silver do? Yes, indeed. Amazing what happens back in those days. Yep, silver is both used as a precious metal investment and 50% industrial. I really think silver enjoys both sides of the coin. Exactly, right? Papa William, you're exactly right there on this. Has been true for quite a while. And it used to be by 72 cents, says Moofy. That's right, from 7 years ago. Very true. And from 4 days ago, here is Silver Wolverine, who is here with us right now with a good comment. He says, Sal, this is a 6-year-old video. Keeps popping up on my feed. I finally decided to relive the 2017 Perth Mint designs. I might have done my own crapper version of this video. I wish we could go back to 2017 prices. Yes, me too. That would be nice. Hindsight's 2020. It'd be very nice to do that. Chief Stacker LA, welcome. Good to see you. Happy Sunday to you. Cybercurrent Twitcher is here as well. Welcome. Good crowd here tonight so far. If you are here, an early adapter to this live stream, if you could press that thumbs up button, it would be great. That would be awesome. Way less than half of you have done it. It does help boost the stream. It does help for all the videos, actually, too, if you press that thumbs up button. So thank you for doing that. All right, very good. Let's get up to the next comment. We're going to get back to the markets here briefly. So here's what Liquid Electrum says about this video. About, I bet you didn't know this about gold's value. That's a pretty good video if you haven't seen it. There's some interesting things and points about gold's value you probably don't really completely know. It's kind of mind-blowing the different ways that gold has been valued throughout history. But Liquid Electrum says, I remember the 80s when Wi-Fi and fancy boom boxes and entertainment systems were the rage. And I think he meant to say hi-fi, because Wi-Fi wasn't around back then. But the very best ones used 1/4-inch jacks and plugs to hook everything together. It was considered the best metal for pure hi-fi sound, not Wi-Fi sound. Yes, indeed, that's right. Oh, yep, that's right. Norseman says hi-fi. That's exactly right. Very good. 2023 prices suck. Exactly right. That's right. True that. Silver Wolverine, good to see. We've got Evil Cowboy here. Sandman Slim and No IQ is here with us tonight. Good to see No IQ. Welcome, welcome. Terry Holmes says, silver is my hobby, no more, no less. But all the FOMO and pump and dump YouTubers is a negative force online to what otherwise was and still is a good hobby. Yeah, I see it as a little bit more than a hobby. It is a hobby for people who collect, obviously, things that happen to be made of silver, coins and the like. But for others of us, we do see it at the very least as a hedge against economic instability, an insurance policy, sort of a savings account. It's more than just a hobby. But at the same time, you're right. The FOMO and pump and dump, you got to just be careful and sift through it. But there are some good channels out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes, 2024 prices may suck too as well. All right. Let's get over here back to the markets to see what they're doing. And look at this, folks. All right. A little bit of a turnaround here. And it looks like that coming out of the Sunday night into the early morning, Monday morning in Asia, has now caused silver to just slightly dip a little bit, and gold is now up 70 cents to $1,979. So it looks like we may see a reversal potentially of these metals to the downside tonight. Maybe correction from Friday's a little bit of a boom there when prices went up a little bit on Friday. So we'll see. We'll find out in a moment. We'll keep an eye on these markets and see where things go. All right, Zardal says, come on, charge you bastards. We be in Moscow in 7 weeks. Yes, getting confident on the point of hubris getting there. All right. Yes, all right, but I'm not sure exactly. Charge you bastards. Let's see, be in Moscow. All right, thank you. All right, very good. And One Hungry Panda says, Sal, what's your thoughts on platinum? And is platinum bars recommended or a pass? Well, on One Hungry Panda, I would encourage you to, if you go to my channel and you scroll all the way to the right and you type the word platinum in the search bar here, I have a lot of videos about platinum. I have a lot of opinions about it. And probably the best way to express that is to check out some of these videos that I've done on platinum here. So check it out. And I'll let you know what your thoughts are. But yes, indeed. So check it out. And if I don't answer any questions when you watch a couple of these videos, let me know. But I definitely want to encourage you to check that out. In fact, any of you want to know my thoughts on any particular subject with regards to precious metals, probably I have done a video on it. I've got 6,000 videos now and more. So probably have done a video. You can use that search function. If it flips up chips, I have a way to stop inflation, allowing the feds to continue to print and then eventually losing control. Can't say what it is, and I'm trying to contact T-Man with the details. I don't know who T-Man is, but hey, all right. Well, good luck. All right, sounds good. I know how we can stop inflation too. It's really not a secret. Stop printing money and stop spending. And Washington needs to stop spending so much money. And we need to stop printing so much money. Yes, indeed. All right, down south, picking and stacking, enjoying your content, he says here. You inspire me to keep stacking, making my own videos now, in addition to the gathering PMs is positive behavior. I vote yes. All right, very good. Good job. Thank you. All right, yes, indeed. Gathering PMs is positive behavior for sure. Silver Honda says, 3 reasons why I buy gold. 1, I buy gold because it's shiny. 2, I buy gold because I need it for retirement. 3, I'm going to give it to Mrs. Silver Honda so I can get a kiss. All right, there you go. Nice. Definitely a good way to get a kiss. Hello, Rocky Superstar. Good to see you. Welcome. All right, Ducat is here as well. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Glad to see him. Bob and Mary is here. Good crowd here tonight. And let's see here. Joseph Priestley. We'll do this one, then I'll go back to the comments again. Says here, I don't buy metals to hold, but I have transferred nearly all my meager funds to a gold-backed account in the UPMA. At least my fiat paper is now backed by real money, whether the gold goes up or down. All right, there you go, Joseph. All right, very good. I still would encourage you to have a little bit of that in actual physical gold in your possession. Yes, indeed. All right. Mrs. Coin Crew, what are your thoughts on Band-Aids, flexible fabric, or stiff plastic? Flexible fabric all the way. I'm a flexible fabric guy. Yes, indeed. I think that's the best. It's not going to rip and tear as much. In fact, I don't even know. Can you still get the plastic stuff, the stiff plastic? I like the flexible fabric. Yes, indeed. Good stuff. All right. Napalm Death is here. Good to see you. Rick Enkman is here. All right. How long before hyperinflation? I think it's going to be quite a while. Inflation's actually heading the other direction. That's disinflation. But we're nowhere near that yet. In fact, it may not even happen. I think a lot of things are going to have to kind of come unwound before that happens. And there's a lot of things that are happening now that many people think we're at the precipice of happening. But we're not there yet. I think we'll have stagflation before we have hyperinflation. All right. Let's see here. Good to see Silver Hair Stacker. Bob and Mary is here. Try Again is here. Lassie Farm is here too. Thank you, guys. Let us now take a shift here. I'm going to check the markets and see what they're telling us here. Look at this. Okay. All right. Starting to move back into positive territory for gold. Gold is up now $2.40, up over 1/10 of a percentage point. Gold is sitting at $1,981. Silver is up 0.02%. Flatline now, but we'll see it go up. Platinum and palladium are both springing forth now. Gold to silver ratio is now back above 83-1. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you, guys. The tribe says hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. We're getting there in thumbs up. If you are here, if you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button. The early adapters of the thumbs up definitely help as we get our goal tonight. So thank you so much. And let's see here. So there's where the prices are now. We're going to dip back and forth, but a little bit of we thought maybe they might dip a little bit after that initial spring initial drive of gold and silver going up, and now they've reached back in positive territory again. So you never know what might happen. We could see silver hit $24 tonight. You never know. We'll see. And we might see gold potentially could go to $1,990 tonight. I don't know. All right. Let's see. Okay, we've got James Real says people are waking up to silver thanks to blogs like yours. Hal, thank you, my friend. I'm trying my best. Silver is a metal that really sells itself, and we just bring the information of the properties and the attributes that silver has proven and been around for thousands of years. Eli says, do you ever feel that sometimes they knock the price down to discourage us from buying? Well, that might be the exact reason to buy even more. Exactly right. And I don't think that kind of... And I never understood that logic, by the way, because if we really understand silver for what it is, we'd be like, thank you, can I have another smackdown in the prices? But that's just that. I just don't think I don't think that there is a widespread... I believe there's manipulation in all markets, but I don't think there's a cabal for price suppression. World Money Wins. We started stacking around the same time. Wow, that's great, World Money Wins. You've been around for a long time. You probably have more than I have. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Rocky. Maybe so. Maybe $25 silver we could see tonight. I kind of doubt that, though. I'd be very surprised to see it go back up to that in one night. But hey, that would be nice in some ways. And Real Money Wins says, I really like the Geiger 1 ounce rounds. I've never seen those before. Yeah, they're pretty neat. The square 1 ounce rounds, pretty cool. I don't think they made them in the rectangular shape. All right, very good. And we've got DD Prepper. Says, Sal, that is one beautiful round or display of silver. I'm salivating and drooling all over the place. Thank you, sir, for all your hard work and sharing your knowledge and expertise. Another fantastic report. Thank you, DD Prepper. I appreciate that so much. It means a lot that you're here watching and taking part in the videos and commenting. Thank you. I appreciate your very kind words. And let's see here. Let's march on here to the next comment, which I believe also is from a DD Prepper. No, it's from Silver Sliver, I'm sorry. He says he buys silver at $1 over spot no matter what it is, and very lucky for that, except I wish I could buy more often. I'd love to know where you're getting it for $1 over spot. Probably 40%. Yeah, some of that stuff you can find cheap even today. But I don't really recommend stacking a whole lot of 40%. Here's DD Prepper's other comments. We'll answer these two, and then we're going to get back into the markets and see what the prices are doing right now. So DD Prepper says here, I think a smart person would convert as much as their fake worthless fiat currency to gold and silver as fast as they can before the central bank digital currencies arrive. And he says silver's on sale right now. It's like a blue light special at Walmart or Kmart at the clearance aisle, buying cheap and very deep. Yeah. Yeah, the central bank digital currencies are coming. It's like they're a couple of years out now, but the Fed Now service will be coming in July. And that's going to be a game changer for sure. Good idea to have some of your money out, but I'm not recommending you get all of your money out of the banks. I don't think that's wise to do. We're mostly connected to the banking. In fact, it's probably going to be almost impossible for everybody to do it unless you're a hermit. But it is good to have some cash outside of the system, but not all of it. CB says, morning salve. Hello, CB. Thank you so much for popping in the channel here. Salute, says Mason662. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And we've got Edwin's 10. First, let's explore. Well, you were third, but hey, you're close enough. Good to see you. We've got Silver Honda, says here. Algorithm Food and Smart Dollar Cost Averaging. And lost $5.32 because I placed my adhesive SunPass transponder on the wrong part of the windshield of my paid-off blue Honda, and I had to buy another replacement transponder. So I know how this dude feels. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry, my friend. SunPass transponder. Did it get damaged because of that? I don't understand what happened there, but anyways. All right. Let's see here. All right, very good. Thanks, Jeremy. Shane is here. Austin is here. Good to see you. Smoothie Moody says, morning, Sal, with a slurp of coffee. Oh, thank you, Smoothie Moody. That's a Smoothie Moody. Thank you, sir. Silver Surfer. Silver Day will come. Maybe so. I'm holding my breath. Yes, indeed. Hold that breath. Let's take a look at the markets now. What are the markets doing now? We have an exciting market action here tonight. Not for silver. It's flatlined again. No action at all with silver. It is down. Or it is just sitting right there in the black. No movement at all. Gold is up $1.90. Platinum and palladium both up slightly. Palladium up $7. Silver Wolverine, have you ever did a video on how to sell metals after CBDC, like taxing to death on the sale? I've not done that. It'd be a very interesting dynamic if that were to occur. My guess is, you probably would, cash is still going to be around. So unless you sell them to an online bullion dealer, you can probably request cash from your local coin shop. And, because cash is not going away even after CBDCs get implemented. I strongly believe that. All right, very good. Red Crawler says June 1st, gold will rise. All right, let's see here. I like the cowboy round. That is a pretty big hit. I've seen some other channels show it. I haven't gotten any, but I think that's a pretty cool piece. Scottsdale Mint does some great job with their designs and their security features too. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, it'd be neat to have one of those suckers. And so the markets keep reacting here. Gold to silver ratio now back above 83-1 now. Gold to silver ratio is. And let's see. Let's get back to the comments now. We have got Tom Richter says, even if I don't need it, it's a great way to pass wealth to your children. Exactly right. Multi-generational wealth. True it is. Yep. Hello, J-Dog Silver. Good to see you. The Van Man says here, I get this over this way. Make this happen. Says best time to buy is when an asset is down, all right. In 1980, yes, the Hunts had a hand in that market, some would think, but they had nothing to do with the skyrocketing gold price then. I think silver was going to track gold anyways, and I dare say it might have risen higher than $50 if the Hunts weren't involved because of the perceived manipulation and the attempt to corner the market caused new rules being implemented to curtail such trading. Yep, sure did. They changed some rules after that, for sure. All right, thank you, Dope Cat, New York City. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. And let's see here. Thank you. Appreciate your kind words. Donovan Robbins is here. And we've got Red Silver says, if that day comes for silver, it's a bad day for America, but at least the silver holders have a hand up in the bad times. Yep. That's right. That's an ultimate insurance policy. That's how it should look. And insurance policies, if you have a good driving record, sometimes your premiums go down, or the price of it goes down. If the market's doing great, well, the price of your silver goes down generally. All right, very good. Grayman61, watching and waiting. Thank you so much. Yeah, watch and wait, and appreciate the here and now in some aspects, which is kind of what I was getting at in this video. The here and now of Silver's Day. Silver's Day very well could be here. All right, thank you, Red Crawler, for pressing that thumbs up button. Gold and Silver Conquistador says the following here, and I quote, "You're giving trading opinion strategy. Just saying, stacker mentality would not consider a loss because the currency has already traded for the silver at time of purchase. No silver was lost." Yeah, that's right. The actual metal itself is not lost. It's the price, the losing of the cash when you go to do it. Yes, indeed. All right, World Money Wins is here. Thumbing up. Thank you so much. And let's see here. Silver Wolverine. I heard cash is trash. Is that true? Man, I heard it from a bullion dealer that cash is trash. But yet they want to, they will gladly take your trash for the metals. It's crazy. All right, very good. All right. Get a milkshake. It's the milkshake theory when Spectacular buys a milkshake while he buys silver. That's the milkshake theory. Bob and Mary. Sal, you were also mentioned on Ron's Basement. Really? Oh, wow. Well, that's very kind. Cool. Nice, nice. Magic Micah. Hello. Happy Sunday to Magic Micah. Good to see you. And Rob says, I started buying silver at 28 an ounce, but I didn't buy much. Now anything under that for me is cheap. Yes, I would say, yeah, $28, 29 even is about right. That's about kind of where we're seeing the markets are. So it's crazy with the premiums and everything. That's about right. Dang it, I can't get this thing to work. Yes, indeed. So yeah, anything, you want to find the best, lowest premium possible. And yeah, and Rob, you started kind of later, because yeah, I remember back in the day when $20 for silver was pretty expensive. Yes, indeed. That wasn't that long ago either. Sure wasn't. All right. Crazy, crazy. These markets. Thank you, guys. We just reached over 100 thumbs up now. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the thumbs up. Tiny Panther. Man, I would love silver even more if it wouldn't change colors. In 2002, it was nearly $200 an ounce. Now it's $24. Now, wait a second. Tiny Panther, $200 an ounce in 2002? I think you might have a typo there. I think you meant to say $20 an ounce, and I don't even think it was then. I don't really consider it a precious metal anymore. It's about as cheap as copper now. Yeah, Tiny Panther, I think you got some stuff wrong there. It was never $200 an ounce. If you base it based off of inflation in 1980, I think it would have been $200 by today's dollars. Anyways, all right. And let's get over here. We'll answer this one, then we'll check the markets out here. First Caveman, 2 put yourself in major debt by buying silver thinking you will get rich quick is foolish. There are many other ways to invest and make money if you have the capital to invest in the first place. I've been collecting coins and currency on and off for 40 years plus. Buying gold years ago from what I paid now, I did really well. On the other hand, I did okay according to book value because I never sold any of my collection and don't plan to unless the crap hits the fan with my finances. Bottom line, I'm a collector who over time amassed many ounces, not by hoarding, but by being to get rich quick dreamer, but because I enjoy what I buy. Yep, and that's kind of largely one of the biggest motivating factors for me buying too, because I enjoy what I buy. Duff season is here. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. And let's see here. We've got addicted to minis and loving it. I can't find silver cheap anymore. Premiums are just insane. Yep. Go to findbullionprices.com. That's one place. But also another way to do it is go to these bullion dealers, sign up for email list. And maybe if you want to keep up with those emails that you get for specials and things, they set them up to go into a separate folder in your email program. And I think that'd be one way to do it. One way to be able to keep track of that stuff. All right. Good morning and thumbs up. Good morning, Bosnian Stacker. Good to see you. Gerard Draper on this video from this morning says the following here. Let me get to this. I'm going to have to get over here to make this efficient. And says, love the reverse proof Libertad Kilo. Had to add one to my stack as they are now more scarce and I believe discontinued from others being produced. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, they don't make these anymore because they're from 2015, but I think they make the silver kilos every year. And I think they do it in the reverse proof still, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. Now that Mexico has taken the reins on their mining and minting, we will see the newly joined BRICS members push its PM off the charts. As a dollar totally controlled. Could be. We shall see. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Magic Micah. I'm so glad you're here with us tonight. We did miss you when you were gone. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. The scammers typically don't call us on Sunday nights, but hey, we'd take one if they did. You never know. Could happen. But usually on Tuesdays and Fridays they call, and we take them as they come. All right. But I do have coffee, and I do have you. And I appreciate every one of you guys being here. And Rob, the average white American. I sold everything I had in 2011. I got it all back. Way to go. You probably picked a pretty good time to sell if you were going to sell it. I wish we would have 90% silver coins again. The composition of silver never changes. Yeah, it would be nice if we would have that again in our coins, but then the whole dollar would be, everything would be different with our currency. And we probably wouldn't have the massive inflation we have today if we had some sort of standard. All right. All right, let's see here. Good to see Ghost in Plain Sight. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. All right, well, I'm glad you're feeling better, Magic Micah. We are honored to have you here, and if anything we can do to make you feel happy and good, we will do it. So we appreciate you, definitely. All right, I know I appreciate you being here. And let's see, I've had pretty good luck with bullion exchanges. RF for Raven, yeah, I've had some pretty good luck with them. Diddy Prepper, if the buy or the trade button, trade your worthless fake fiat currency while you still can and get a real deal, and gold and silver is on sale. Well, yep, except I have a little bit of a different disagreement about the worthless fake fiat currency, but hey, in the grand scheme of weight and of actually intrinsic value, you're right. All right, let's get over here to the markets again. What are they doing? Look at this. Silver just can't, it's just kind of hanging out. It's up 0.02%, but not enough to register on the scale of terms of the price. It's up a fraction of a cent, fractions of a cent right now. And we have got gold is up $2.50 at $1,981. Platinum and palladium are both up as well a little bit tonight. Jeffrey Jackson Jeffrey Jackson is here, drops his first super chat tonight. Thank you, Jeffrey Jackson, 1999. He says, hey, Sal, hope you're doing well. That kilogram silver Libertad was nice today. Have a great evening. Thank you, my friend. So very kind of you, sir. Very, very kind indeed. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, it's one of my favorite silver coins. Love it. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Jeffrey Jackson. Very kind of you, sir. All right. Hello to Albie. Albie, your Huckleberry. Good to see you. And Spectacular. You looking forward to July and there on the U.S. Mint. Yeah, that's the proof, I think. Peace in Morgan dollars. I'm kind of looking forward to those. That'd be pretty cool to see. I've got them on subscription, so we'll see. And thank you again to Jeffrey Jackson, the first super chat of the evening. Thank you, brother, and I appreciate your kind words about the reverse proof Libertad. All right. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, old Daddy Bear. Just got online and saw that I was here. Yes, we're honored to have you here, and AK847 is with us. We got a pretty good crowd tonight. We're almost breaking 200 thumbs up, or almost 200 viewers. And yes, if you are here, if you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button, it'd be muchly appreciated. Welcome to Nighthawk. Good to see you. And let's get back over here to the comments now. We've got John Bethia says, we remember that metals are not for instant gratification, but for the long keep for security. Also, high premiums are an instant loss. That's right. Especially if you have to sell right away. You're done for if that's the case. Mr. Roman is here. Good to see you. Yes, indeed. Yep, it's crazy. That's what's happening. The markets. You buy for that long term. That's the way we do it. Very good. Good comment, John Bethia. You're exactly right. And we've got Nickel Stacking is here. Good to see Nickel Stacking. Benny Barker is with us tonight. Good to see you. DD Prepper also says, be your own central bank. Get your gold and silver now while you can. It's on sale. Back up the truck. Yeah, be your own central bank. I'm a proponent of it. Indeed. Morning to Dana Severn. Good morning. Appreciate it. All right. It's more of the same from DD Prepper. Worthy Went. Love your channel. Very informative. I will keep watching. Well, thank you. Worth Went. I appreciate that. That means a lot. It looks like you're new here, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Yes, I do. Means a lot. Donald Robinson says, stacking since 1956. Whoa, let me read that again. That is amazing. He's been stacking since 1956. Maintains a healthy perspective of market manipulation, lawn chairs and popcorn, and a cold brew along with Jerry Garcia and friends. Let's explore. Amazing job, Donald. I had no idea. Wow. That is amazing. Crazy, crazy. All right. Very good. Thank you. Yes, there you go, Ghost. Yes, press the love button. Exactly. Annie Oakley is here. Good to see Annie. Welcome. All right. Have a good evening. Thank you. Silver Wolverine's got a bounce. Thank you, brother. Have a good evening, sir. All right. Liquid Electrum here from this video about Silver's Day. It will come. Says this concept transcends all fiat. Yep, that's right. Gold and silver value stays the same through the ages, while the fiat goes up and down. You're right. That's right. Through the ages, indeed. In fact, really, in reality, the fiat dollar, it is losing value each year, even by design. Whereas gold and silver fluctuate in price, but its value really is constant when you think about it. It really is constant. I get it. All right, very good. Good to see Snake Bite working on his 82 through 87 American Prospectors. You might want to check out Silver Struck. He is a big-time prospector collector. Yes, indeed. Yeah, how many here were born in 1956? Yeah, that'd be good. Something. Wow, that would be an interesting thing to know. Yes, indeed. Or if you go back in my day, 19 and 29, right? Exactly. There you go. All right. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. Okay, let's get over here to Count Derpula. Count Derpula's chiming in here. Let's do this so we can be extra efficient. The light doesn't do that. Let me get to this. Do that, and then we'll watch the markets. We'll see what the markets are doing right after this. Count Therpula. I have always just called it my piggy bank. I don't invest. I do have a cost average and save silver on the lows. Stack, hoard, pile. I also collect. It's an addiction, I guess, since childhood. Silver, there we go. And no, I do not need to go to Silver's Anonymous. I wouldn't mind seeing cheaper premiums. Not one iota. There you go, exactly. There you go. That's right. It's like a piggy bank. It's like a savings vehicle. That's right. Good way to look at it, indeed. And let's see. Let's explore and thumbs up. Barry, thank you. Bosnian Stacker, we try to do that. We explore. Thank you for the thumbs up. We've got Pawpaw Strategy. Cost averaging is the best way for me to stack. If I have a few extra dollars, I may buy a round or two. Just keep stacking. There you go. Yes, indeed. Stack within your budget. That's the most important thing. Oh, there are a few people in here born before 1956. Nice. Selected Silver Sire. Nice. All right. My condolences to the loss of your brother, by the way. A. Lesky says, let's go parabolic. Print, baby, print. There you go. Yes, indeed. Print, print, print to infinity and beyond. Hagar the Hodler with a thumbs up. Thank you, Hagar the Hodler. James Berryhill says here, let's see. It says, say what you will. I love my shiny friends, and they've always been there for me and my family. We recently used a little to get through 3 weeks layoff. Let me say this. I hope it drops a bit more so I can replace those ounces as close as I can to what I paid for them when it was for 16, sold for 26. So, yeah, it didn't make much, but it didn't lose anything and did its job. Well, it was there for me when I needed it, and that's why I stack. Having it helps me sleep at night. Well said. This is a perfect example of how silver can work for you even in the short term when he got laid off his job. Great job. All right. There we go. Mark B is here getting swarmed by termites. Good to see you guys. All right. And let's see here. Rob, the average white American, says, and I quote, when I was a kid, you would buy a pop with $1, and I would get a $50 and a quarter in change. By today's standards, I got $14 back in change. If you think about it, something is really broken. The change we have now has zero value. A penny is actually worth more than a fiat dollar. The fiat dollar I paid $10 for might be worth 50 cents. I also can't remember buying gas for 45 cents a gallon. The truth is we are using a fake system. It seems to be falling. Good luck. Yep, it's crazy how times have changed. It sure is. All right. The value of everything but silver and gold remain constant throughout history in the long run. All right, here's where the markets are now in Asia. Silver is back up slightly, up 1 cent now, which is where it was at the beginning of the night. Hello, Mike Warren. Good to see you. Thank you guys for being here. If you're just now popping in, if you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button, I'd appreciate that. And so gold is up $3 to $1,981.60, up just right at 0.15%. Silver's at 0.04%, up 1 cent to $23.94. A slow move of the metal markets today, and we'll probably see that reflected when we look at the charts over the last hour at the top of the hour, which is about 20 minutes from right now. Yes, indeed. So there's where that is. Platinum and palladium are both up as well. We'll come back and revisit that. But the global warmer, who I think is still here tonight, gave a thumb up on this video from today. Thank you, global warmer. Appreciate that. And let's get to another comment from Rob of the Average White American. We used to stack constitutional silver in a coffee can. I remember tending bar when I was 18. The silver they left in the bar must have been worth $2,000 a night. Wow. Crazy. Yes, indeed. Man. That's a lot of constitutional silver. All right. Let's see here. So good to see you guys. Try again is here. We've got tertiary objective. Good to see you. There's a little warmer. Hang loose with us tonight. Thank you, brother. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Thanks for popping in. And Mario de Leon says, that's a beautiful coin there, Sal. You better get it back to the Mexican Mint before they find out it's gone. Exactly. Oh, yes, indeed. I love the package it comes in, too. That wooden box is really sweet. I actually posted an unboxing video of it some time ago. But, yeah, good stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a nice place. I agree with you, Magic Micah. You know, I've been on other live streams and chats, and there's good times here, but I think this one, there's a sense of kind of cool conversations and stuff like that happen here in the interaction. It's just, it's a little bit different. I love it. You guys are great. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And other channels that have live streams have good stuff too, but there's something special. I don't know, maybe it's because, you know, I'm the channel owner, but I think it's what you guys are what make it so great. DD Prepper is here. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your kind words. Jamie Foxx bought my son a silver spoon when he was born. There you go. Hey, at least you bought it after he was born. It wasn't in his mouth coming out of the vaginal cavity, as that would be rather painful and a little uncomfortable for him to be born. You know, people say, you know, they always rag on people for being born with a silver spoon in their mouth, but that would be quite a traumatic experience. Coming out of the vaginal cavity with the spoon, you know, getting stuck on the vaginal wall as it comes out, putting pressure on the oral cavity of the infant on its way out. That would have been quite traumatic indeed. So yes, indeed, I don't envy those kids at all that were born with them. It'd be better to have it bought for you after you're born, such as what has occurred there. Yes, indeed. Sunday magic. Sunday is magic. Thank you, Liquid Electrum. Good to see you. All right, Annie Oakley says, great video, Sal. Thank you, Annie Oakley. Annie, are you Oakley? Are you Oakley? Are you Oakley, Annie? By the way, I bought some rounds a while back from a coin dealer. It was a tube of various rounds, buffaloes, etc. There was also a couple of old Hunt Brothers rounds. I've never seen a Hunt Brothers round. I'd love to see what that looks like. That's cool. In fact, if you are here, or if you see this response, if you don't mind, if you can email me a picture of those, if you have them. I think you said there was a couple there, but maybe you didn't get them. But I would love to see what they look like. That's pretty cool. All right. Very good. Let's see here. Now we've got Kyominhin. Silver was less than $5 in 2003. Yep, I think you're right. I think it did dip down in 2003 to about $5. Then it was undervalued at almost $25. Today, what if we simply never see a speculative silver mania hyper bubble like the one in 1980 again? We may not see. That was a very unusual anomaly. Same thing with 2011. We very well may not see that again for quite some time. But yes, indeed. All right, and you got to remember inflation too, K-Ohm-Hin. $5 in 2003 is a lot different than $5 today. If it flips, it's crap because you were cool and you play Metallica. Yes, indeed. Thank you, my friend. All right. Thank you. Painful visual. All right. I shall do. Thank you, Annie Oakley. That's cool. Annie is here. Very cool. Thank you. Very good. And let's see here. Thank you. Yes, if it flips, it ships. Thank you so much. All right. Very good. Hello, Tom Larson. Good to see you. And let's get to James Jones. I hope no relation to Jim Jones, the late Jim Jones from the People's Temple. All right. It says, why you only so bullish on silver? What about gold? Well, James Jones, you must be new here because I'm very bullish on gold. In fact, I'm probably more so on gold than I am even silver because in Thailand, 24 or 22K is real money here, but no one will take silver here to trade. Maybe if you have so much of it, but it's not like gold. You can't go to any other country in the world and take it off your gold ring. You need cash. Try that with a silver ring. Yep, gold is definitely much more liquid worldwide, and I talk about that and many other things on this channel. So, James, I hope you will consider checking out some other videos of mine because you're just looking at one video where I talk about silver. I talk about silver, gold, and even platinum, even copper. And I talk a lot about gold, that's for sure. All you got to do is just take a look around on the channel. Yes, indeed. That's right. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's right. All right. SF Stacker says, I'd say silver is valued just right. If you say an ounce of silver could buy about the same amount of goods and services as it could today. On the other hand, does that mean gold is overvalued? Maybe gold should be $300 or $400 an ounce. Yep, and some people think that that's possibly could be the case too. Yeah, that's quite a possibility. All right, very good. Good to see you guys. And let's see here. Let's march ahead upwards and onwards and take a look at the markets. What are the markets telling us now? Look at that. Silver's flatline for all intents and purposes. Up just fractions of a cent right now to $23.93. Gold is up $2.50 now. 1981 and 10 cents. Not a lot of activity here. Kind of a boring night in that regards, but it is not a boring night because you guys are here joining me. And I thank you. And by the way, our first goal for tonight is a 200 likes on this live stream. So yes, indeed, if you're here, if you don't mind pressing that thumbs up button to get us to 200 likes, it'd be muchly appreciated. All right. That's our first goal tonight. Let's get back over here. We've got Pure Gold. It says, hold silver, buy gold too. But silver has its day, but gold moves faster. And silver complements gold. But gold moves up faster. Just keep stacking both as affordable as possible. Family emergencies happen, and that is when it is then for your old age. Yep, it's good for emergencies for sure. All right, very good. Let's see here. J-Dog Silver. Maybe I missed your answer or you missed my question. Okay to share my new channel link here. I'm pouring metals. Yeah, J-Dog, that's fine. I didn't see your question before. But yeah, you can go ahead and share the link here. Kath Kelty says, 11 states and counting, and now that accepts gold once again as legal tender. I'm confused about New Hampshire. Goldbacks accepted participating businesses, but not gold as a whole. So you piqued my interest in these a couple of days ago. Very interesting. Success or failure really depends on U.S. and state regulations, the U.S. dollar and recognition of gold content versus that of a coin. Recognition of the goldbacks themselves. For those to catch on, they must always be pegged to gold and not for some collector's whim based on scarcity. These are not baseball cards. They need to be accepted as standard value. That's right, Kelty. And I would say as far as gold itself, depending on the business and depending on the size of gold, you're not going to go into a fish tackle shop and buy a little bit of bait for 1 ounce of gold, or probably even a 10th ounce gold coin. That's why the goldbacks are probably a little bit better. And really, when it's all said and done, any business anywhere, it really should be legally allowed to accept gold and silver as legal tender. I think that's free. That's the free market, the free exchange of goods and services. All right, Doc Enick. Thank you, Sal. Today's video, very interesting, very informational, and very entertaining. Thank you, Doc. I'm glad you enjoyed it, for sure. Art Deco says, once the general public realizes silver can preserve wealth, all bets are off. That's right. And we're seeing more and more people realizing it for gold, for sure. Thank you. You're right, Art Deco. Department of Numismatics with the second super chat tonight. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you. Says, belated Happy Armed Forces Day. Thank you to the men and women currently serving, active reserves, National Guard deployed stateside, overseas, and downrange. Thank you as our defenders of freedoms. Hoorah! Fly Army. Exactly. Department of Numismatics. Enough cannot be said about our men and women serving in the armed forces. Not only on this day, Armed Forces Day, but on any other day. Every day should be Veterans Day and Appreciation Day for those who fight and who have served in the country, for the country here in the United States. And yes, indeed. Thank you, Department of Numismatics. Well said indeed, sir. Hoorah. All right, you guys are great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Ominous Rooster. And good to see all of you guys. All right, Rich Kruger, been hearing this since the 1970s. Same old story. Nothing changes with silver. If serious, go AU. Well, Rich, I would venture to guess that you didn't watch a single second of the video. And probably you didn't even read the title completely, because I explain what it means and explain exactly what entails what it means for silver. And my guess is probably in this video, I don't just parrot what is said everywhere else. I come up with my own ideas and thoughts. And although I think some of the concepts we share for those of us who believe in silver for what it is, not for what the perceived price is going to be in a certain point in time. So I encourage you to check it out, because it's not the same old here. Mojave Gold says, I first jumped on the silver bandwagon in the late 1970s, buying a small box of ingots for $21 an ounce before Silver Thursday wiped out most of my little nest egg. I got caught up with speculation again years later, buying shares of a hot junior copper mine. The Sumitamio affair popped up in a balloon when copper dropped below the mine's cost of production. I'm a lot more cautious and realistic in my expectations now. Wise man, Mojave Gold. You've seen a lot. Experience has taught you well, for sure. All right. Let's see. Yes, I did see your emails, Rocky. I didn't check the link. You said it was an older one. It was from 1993, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, the gold tier hoard. That is pretty neat stuff. Thank you, sir, I do appreciate that. Ghost in Plain Sight just dropped a shotgun blast of 5 channel memberships. Thank you, my friend Ghost in Plain Sight. I appreciate that, sir. So 5 of you got gifted Salivate Metal memberships from the great Ghost. Yes, indeed. Very kind of you, sir. Wow. Very nice. All right. Yeah, thank you again, Rocky. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. And by the way, Rocky Superstar has a live stream. He might be going on tonight as well. Check him out. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes. Yeah. Goldbacks. Yeah. Goldbacks are pretty interesting. Kelty. They are cool. I'm definitely pro Goldback. Yes, indeed. All right, Jay. To look back and say that guy lost tens of thousands because he didn't time the market right is really a dumb thing to say. Well, but it's true, Jay. If you watch this video, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you go back to then, the entire Ponzi scheme of the fiat dollar was exposed. Well, it wasn't fully exposed because people still use the fiat dollar. It was not fully exposed. I would say that your second sentence was a dumb thing to say. If the Ponzi scheme of the fiat dollar was truly exposed, why are we still using it? Why has it not collapsed? Who knew just printing tons more of it would work? It won't work now. Plus, how can you daily continue to diss out how the big banks keep silver artificially low? Every day you discount what is right in your face. Now I got to ask if you believe Fort Knox has all the gold. They say, even though Fort Knox must be in China because we're not allowed to know anything. Freedom. Do you believe the mask stopped COVID? Sal, do you believe the vax would stop COVID? The more I listen, the more I'm disappointed. Well, Jay, you can be disappointed all you want to. But nonetheless, for you to, just because with Fort Knox, you're using kind of a very odd logic because we've not had an audit there. I believe Fort Knox should be audited for the gold, and it should be done by an independent organization. So have Americans have the full faith and confidence that it's there. But just because doesn't have it doesn't mean it's not there. There may be, that's just it. They don't want to bring attention to gold. I think that's one of the reasons why they're doing it. I've actually talked about that in the past. And so I really don't get what you're saying. But the thing is, Jay, is that your premise here is patently, well, it's just odd, an odd logic that you're using. The guy was foolish to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars at the top of the market and lose $58,000 to sell. It was a foolish thing to do. But anyways, I digress. So, Jay, if you're disappointed and you don't like what I say here, obviously the door is there's not even a door on the internet. You can just not watch. You must not get it, and that's fine. Not going to please everybody. But anyways. All right. Very good. So, Rocky Superstar says, good morning, Sal. If you take a silver quarter 1964 and back, that would buy a gallon of gas. The same quarter today can buy a gallon of gas. That's right. Exactly right. That shows, that's an example of silver holding its value over the long course of time. Hello, B to the ninth power. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you're here. And Matthew Brown says, that is a beautiful 1 kilo Libertad reverse coin. That being said, the guy that lost fiat in 2011 after buying silver was looking at silver the wrong way. It's not investment. It is insurance. That's right. But there is wrong ways to buy it. Never buy at the top of the market, especially that much. You don't go all in on anything. He didn't, at the top of the market. Because the thing is, even though it's insurance, it's like, I don't know. Would you insure somebody who has wrecked their car a whole lot of times and been in trouble and got all these tickets? Would insurance company invest in somebody like that? They're going to get the high S plan, or what do they call that, car insurance or what have you, with very high premiums. It goes to a whole nother type of insurance, high risk insurance. He did a high risk thing. This guy did, and I talked about it in a video about that. A guy, how he lost $58,000. Not a wise thing to do, because even now, all that money he spent on silver in 2011, today he would still be in the crapper on it. He would not have gotten his money back. He will probably, in fact, I would venture to say, based off of the $48, $49 in 2011, even if it got to $48, $49 today in nominal dollars, that's not the same type of dollars. They don't have the same value. So you have to think about that too. But anyways. All right. Very good. And Root Dog, my main concern is that when it comes to cash in, the whole industrial sector will be decimated, therefore dropping the demand significantly, around 50%, but it's still probably better than holding fiat. Yes, indeed. All right. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We could see it decimated because of industrial factors, quite possible. We saw it happen in March of 2020. The economy came about as close to freezing as possible. And so when that happened, silver went down dramatically, under $12 an ounce. Yes, indeed. And that's right, Dale Val. And I agree. If that guy would not have sold his silver, he really would not have lost anything yet. It's only when he sells, but he's gonna have a big uphill battle. But that's very true. Yep. If you don't sell, you're not going to lose anything, because then you think of it in terms of ounces. And ASL AGL says, I hope to see it before I turn to bones. If not, it don't matter. It will be lots of money to buy flowers and tacos. There you go. Right, there you go. All right. Let's take a look at the markets now. What are they telling us here? The markets are indeed up all across the board slightly. Gold is up $2.40 to $1,981. Yeah. Silver is up 2 cents to $23.95, and nickel away from $24. Will we get there tonight? Highly unlikely. It's not been much activity happening tonight. We'll see that when we look at the markets and the charts coming ahead of here. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. We are about 20 away from reaching our first goal tonight of 200 thumbs up. And by the way, we are now at the top of the hour. So we're going to go ahead and look at those charts. We can see gold popping out a little bit here and staying up fairly steady around the $2 up $2.40 level here for gold. Up a little bit and holding steady. Not a lot of excitement, but it is up a little bit after an increase we saw on Friday. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. So there is where gold is as we measure it here. All right, and we have got, let's see. That is gold in the price. Now let's look at silver. By the way, we're looking at bid price. Look at silver. Pretty much little small tiny dip at the very beginning and has basically been flat with trading up just fractions of a cent here through the course of the last hour. Look at that. We're looking at the green line there, and it is something else. Wow, crazy, crazy. It is flat lining there for silver. Oh, yeah. Very, very good. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get back over here. Now we've got these markets. Platinum and palladium are also both up. Gold to silver ratio is at 83.05. 83.05. All right, now we've got Creek Runner says, oh boy, Uncle Sal knows what I like looking at. All right, good, Creek Runner. I'm glad you're enjoying the looking at the Libertad there. That's awesome. And Tucson Bubba says, I see you haven't tested both smart versus fixed dollar cost averaging. Boy, you sure schooled me. I guess I'm just as dumb as stone. Besides, I suppose you will do about as good as I would. I mean, you are buying the dips, right? Something I feel, sometimes I feel real stupid. Yeah, Tucson, I think we've discussed this. Nothing, it's like, you take a look at a smartphone compared to a regular phone. A regular phone isn't stupid, a flip phone, and neither is dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is smart. You've proved it. You've got the receipts to prove it. But I just say take it a little step further, and if you take your strategy and just adjust it slightly, then you might do even better. Yes, indeed, because it's not just an automatic thing, and you just spend the same amount of money. You kind of can float it around a little bit, have a little bit of dry powder set aside. But yeah, So I hope you understand that. I think I made that clear there, but I always try to say that. But smart dollar cost averaging does not mean, or not even imply, that dollar cost averaging is stupid by any stretch of the imagination. No way. Repo Donkey, premiums are too high on silver coins, rounds, and bars. I will wait and see. Yep, they are pretty high, but the thing is, Repo Donkey, the days of the low normal premiums are gone. We're never returning there again, I don't think. I highly doubt we're going to see anything under $1.50, $1.99 under spot as a general rule. There will be exceptions, but as a general rule, we won't do that. All right, hey, thank you, Jeffrey Jackson. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Give your wife a hug for me. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here, and thanks again for your support, my friend. Appreciate it so much. Yes, indeed. All right, and Soul Tribe says, junk silver is how God's people will survive the forcing of the mark of the beast kingdom. I'm buying everything I can get my hands on. Yes, I like the idea of constitutional silver. I think it'll be highly recognizable if we ever actually do use silver for transactions. I think constitutional silver will play a pretty big role in that. Yep, I do. I agree. That's right. Okay, let's see here. Good to see 79 is with us. Terry and Jade and Friday says here, a loss is not actually realized unless the asset is sold at a price lower than the cost basis, and a gain is not actually realized unless the asset is sold at a price higher than its cost basis. Adjusted for inflation, by the way. It's ultimately the decision of the individual when to buy, sell, or continue to hold. Worse troubles can come if an asset is bought with borrowed money at a high interest rate and the borrower gets further into debt. The price of the asset continues to fall much below than its cost basis. That's right, and keep in mind that cost basis must include being adjusted for inflation. Yes, indeed. All right. Creek Runner says, love the high-end silver, but at times so bad it's all. But if times go bad, it's worth all the same. I'm still probably going to get a Libertad just because. No, you're right. If times get really bad, it doesn't matter what's stamped on it. It's all weight. That's right, exactly. It's all just weight. The premiums go. High premium silver just just becomes regular old melt. Silver for melt. Yes, thank you. All right, thank you so much. All right, Department of Numismatics is going to have a live stream too. Check out Department of Numismatics channel. A cannoli for all. Pre-evening dinner cannoli for all. Check out Department of Numismatics. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here what Harry Zero has to say here. If you're poor, you're probably swamped in debt. So even accumulating silver would have exacerbated your poverty. That's true. But the thing is it depends on how you define poor. That's right, exactly. Depends how you do it. You're good. All right. Yeah, David Williams, I'm kind of the same way. I really like collecting, and I love the designs in some coins. Yep, and I'm kind of a sucker for that, like the wedge-tailed eagle design, the Libertad that you saw in this video that I posted this morning, all that kind of stuff. All right, very good. An ounce of 999 is an ounce of 999. That's right, exactly. It's all the same in the end. When it really boils down to, it doesn't matter what's stamped on it. CJ Fazio says, a great video sell working on silver, not a lot with the premiums. All right, there you go. As indeed. That's why if you're a pure stacker, just go for the weight. The cheapest as possible. All right, here we go. The markets are indeed not very exciting today. But I'm going to try to make it as exciting as possible. By the way, thank you guys for the thumbs up. We reached our first goal tonight of 200 thumbs up. If we can get to 7,423 from here, I think that's possible. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. I'm kidding. No, you guys are great. All right. Gold up $2.20 to $1,980.80. Pulling back, clawing back a little bit. Silver is up 1 cent now to $23.94. Platinum and palladium both up a little bit too. Gold to silver ratio is still at 83.05. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm slurping away on some coffee here. Yes, I am. All right. Harry Zero also says here about the gold. 1 ounce of gold in a single item is a huge objective. Just get fractionals. I wouldn't consider an ounce right now. I have more weight in fractionals than in 1 ounce pieces plus. And retrospectively, I wish I'd started on fractionals. Yep. Here is Zero. This is kind of an exercise in fiscal responsibility. And I'm not saying you should only buy ounces of gold at a time. I'm all for good deals in fractional too. Recognizable liquid fractional ounces. For the best deal possible, but I think every stacker of gold and silver should have at least one 1 ounce piece, whether it be a bar or a round or coin, mainly just to teach how to save and how to put money back into budget. It's a good exercise, and to feel that ounce in your hand gives you a sense of accomplishment like you can't get with a fractional gold piece. That's the whole idea. Very good. All right. Yeah, sell coffee. A lot of people, even heavy metal bands are selling their brand of coffees these days. It's crazy. So why shouldn't I do it? That's right, exactly. I might as well. And I'll do sweat equity, slave labor, to put it together in some foreign country and sell it to you guys. What do you think about that? No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. All right. Okay, and we've got Lassie Farm says, am I doubting Thomas or more like a Judas selling my soul for silver? Oh, man, only you can answer that, Lassie. I hope. Let's see what you come up with. The Primus fan says here, let me put this out here, says, I totally agree. I have certain silver set aside for use in either as an emergency or just to switch it up and buy a new particular piece of metal. if that made sense. I don't know. I tried to get some points across. It just doesn't seem very well articulated. Yeah, a certain silver set aside for use, either an emergency. I think that's a good idea. Have it set aside, put it in a separate location. This is my emergency silver, and I think that's a good idea, Primus fan. Yes, indeed. Okay. Very good. You guys are great. Let's get to Kyle N. The mint is meeting demand. Source, please. I don't know that I said the mint was meeting demand. Which mint? I think the Perth mint is meeting demand, but not the U.S. mint. And recognizable to whom? Most that don't stack won't have a clue what they're looking at. Yes, but that's just it. You got to be educated, and by most that are stackers and that buy and sell and trade metals. Let's see here. Johnny's Dollars Atomic Homestead. It makes me think of a Led Zeppelin song. I wonder what song that is. Are you at the Wokeathon? No, never been to a Wokeathon. I would not attend such an event. Jeffrey Jackson says, I look at my silver stack as more of as a savings account than a stock investment. And I think that's a wise way to look at it. And the interest I've gained over the years on silver is a lot more than I've gained in a bank savings account. Yes, there we go. That's true. In fact, sadly, and I'm not a proponent of taking all your money out of a savings account, but you are losing money when you have your money in a savings account. Sadly, that is the case. Unless you get it transferred to some sort of money market savings. And even then, a lot of those are trading lower than inflation right now. All right. Jeffrey Jackson. Libertads are probably my favorite silver coin of all. And really has nothing to do with the breast. Well, maybe it has a little to do with the breast. There you go. Exactly. There you go. All right. And we have got 0H says here. Most based video for sure. This should be shared to everyone. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. 0H. That being said, it's kind of freaky when you have China, Turkey, Russia buying all the silver and gold in large quantities and seeing large banks like JP Morgan doing some insane purchases. It really makes you think if they're doing it, something is going to down soon. I know that's buying out of fear, but it's also logical to assume that a change and shift in 5 to 10 years, I'd afford 20% of the income towards the endeavor. 0H, you're right, but the same thing, you look at the history of the buying. Have a good night, Rocky Superstar. Take care. Thank you for being here, sir. And some of these institutions have been buying silver and gold in large quantities for a while, and they've done it before as well too. So keep that in mind too. Ghost in plain sight. Brought it up. Precious metals at my bank, and Friday got shock looks. Yeah. A lot of these bankers don't know, these tellers and the like. They don't know anything about precious metals for sure. Skeptic Contrarian says, I started stacking in 2011 as silver was going down from its all-time high. Yeah, there you go. Skeptic Contrarian. You got in and thought then it was a buying opportunity because of the dip. Been buying during most dips since then until now. But I've been DCA regularly at intervals. As you said, Mr. Sal, the value of our silver holdings will protect us like insurance in due time. Well done, Skeptic Contrarian. You did the right thing. Much better than another guy that I use as an example for sure. Hoosier Stacker is here, the great Hoosier Stacker. Check him out. He has the great silver bingos on Saturday nights and posts some great content and video on his channel. Good to see you, Hoosier. Hope you're doing well, my friend. All right, you were the man. Good to see you, Hoosier Stacker. Judith and Dan Davis is here as well. Good to see you. All right. And we've got Freight Grinder from this video about silver stacking. Says here, dollar cost averaging is horrible because it is somewhat based in FOMO. Actually, I don't know. I would disagree with that. I would say it's based off of just an automatic response. Stack cash until both the spot price and goes down and the premiums fall. Since my first silver purchase of September 2019, spot has gone from 1775 up to 2950 and then all the way back down to just above 18. I purchased 500 ounces at 1775 and 1850, but held it. I should have sold at high spot, but waited for it and fall, and almost would have doubled my stack to over 900 ounces. With such radical swings of 30 to 40% in silver, buy and hold is the worst way to grow a stack. Buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. But see, the problem with that, freight grinder, is you are speculating on the silver market if you do that. You are treating it like an investment, and you're going to rack your brain doing that. I don't think, you've done well with your purchases, but that's not how you treat insurance or as a hedge, in my view. If that works for you, if that's how you want to do it, that's fine. I think you're going to stress yourself out over it. But dollar cost averaging, though, I do not see that as being something that is operating out of FOMO. I think it's the exact opposite of that. Oh, okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Annie Oakley. I sent some pictures of the Hunt Brothers rounds. Okay, let's see here. Looking at them here. Let's see here. So far, I don't see them. I see the Buffaloes. I see the Republic Metals USA Assay Office, but I don't see anything with Hunt Brothers on them. I see the A-Mark rounds and the Universario rounds, as I've seen those. Those are pretty cool. Maybe they're in this stack, meg.com. I've not seen those before, but maybe that's what it is. But anyways. But thank you for sending those, Annie. 4 on the bottom and Hunt Brothers in the top of the pretty cool too. All right, very cool, yeah. So I'm going to get a full picture though. Thank you. All right, thank you. All right. All right, let's see here. And Gold Chick says, if that day comes in our lifetime, is the question. Mexico should be forced by Klaus and Elon's neural network to go back to the previous TED woman. All right, TED woman. And Daryl Glass says, I started stacking silver when I was 12 by getting Morgan & Peace dollars in 1992 for around $6 each. My father wanted me not to spend so much money on silver. Those same dollars are worth over $35 a piece. When I look back at my childhood toys made of plastic and frequently broke since they were made in China, the only purchase I made as a child that I really had pride in were those dollars. When I had the chance, I bought as much silver as I could from the dip in silver prices a few months ago when spot was around 18. Today I have a diversified portfolio of 1,000 ounces of silver, a few ounces of gold, and platinum. I am looking to invest more in platinum as I interpret gold as overvalued, and platinum will be central to many industrial electrical uses as well as silver. Yep, good thinking there. Well done, Daryl. Well done indeed. You've done great. All right. Let's see here. And Richard Metcalf says, you can't lose money on silver if you don't sell it. It's a long-term hold. The only time I would consider selling outside of emergency would be if the gold to silver ratio narrows enough to exchange it for gold. And that's a very tough uphill battle for the gold to silver ratio. Let's take a look at the gold to silver ratio. It has widened a bit to 83.07, with gold now rising $2.90 to $1,981.50. Silver up just 1 cent right now to $23.94. Platinum is up $1 right now too. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Let's slip away. We got water as a chaser right now. There's where the markets are right now. And they're just kind of hanging out. It's kind of an unexciting evening in terms of the price action on gold and silver tonight. But yes, indeed. All right. My kitten is a grandmaster. Hopefully silver will shine brighter than what has ever shined. Yes, indeed. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Over here says, I have a 1981 San Francisco assay office silver round. Yep, pretty common. Hunt Brothers story is controversial and interesting. A part of silver history. Indeed it is. You're right. And Richard Metcalf chimes in on this video. Says the following: I wonder if the premiums and silver eagles were on par with the kangaroo. I bet those sales figure would be a lot different. I'm curious about Royal Mint sales figures also. The Britannias are the cheapest sovereign coin I can find right now, following the kangaroos. Yes, Britannias are pretty reasonably priced. And U.S. Mint is not keeping up with demand. Yeah, that's right, Lidford. I guess we've done it every day for the past 3 days, live streaming now. Back to the regular schedule, though. I won't be live streaming tomorrow night, more than likely. So back to the front. It will be, yes, indeed, that's right. Is it going to be any fun tonight? It'll be marginally. We're going to keep the fun tamped down a little bit. We're tamping down the fun tonight. Not quite as much fun, but it'll be semi-boring. This is going to be a semi-boring live stream. They're just prepared for that. Be mentally prepared for it, for the mentally challenged. Expat Gringo, corruption is just another form of tyranny. Yes, that's right, exactly. From Joe Biden himself. Kirk Warrington says, I just started buying 2 years ago. A relatively new buyer of precious metals, Kirk is. I buy for 2 reasons. First, for a major purchase sometime in 10 to 20 years, or second, to leave for my family. There you go. Both good reasons. Yes, indeed. All right. All right, there you go. Very, very good. Where are we at? And I believe the new 2011 is 1 year out, says John and Lonnie Baker. That could happen. Anything could happen. It kind of snuck up on us back in 2011, so you never know. But what happened in 2011 really excited the silver market, or the silver community on social media platforms like YouTube. It's pretty amazing to see. It sure is. Okay, let's see here. Let's march on up here and see what the next comment entails for us here. I'm on now. Let's do it. John and Lonnie Baker says, I got in at $14 and bought all the way to $25. I'll exit when I think it's good. There you go. Nice. Got in low and saw the price climb up. Definitely a good way to do it. And Expat Gringo says here, your voice sounds great today, Sal. Always great to hear your perspective and intelligence. Information, same as my thoughts. Metals are not for immediate gratification, so people understand concept. Libertads are symbolic in history. Freedom. Viva la Mexico. Yeehaw. Thank you, Expat Gringo. Appreciate that, sir. Very kind of you indeed. All right. Okay. Adam Spencer chimes in here and says the following. Let's go down here. He says, I think the big downside for silver is actually the buy-sell spread. The price has to go up quite a bit before selling is advantageous, or down quite a bit before you're likely to make any money on the next upside. I understand this is discussing as a trade, and it's a hedge against currency breakdown. This doesn't apply. Some silver for this purpose should probably be held, but gold is likely better in all respects, except the enjoyment you get from having a big stack for way less money. That's a good point, Adam. Some very good points to keep in mind indeed. All right. You guys are very good. Thank you so much for being here tonight, everybody. Good crowd. Appreciate you guys. As we look at these prices, not a lot of activity happening with the markets tonight. Gold, though, is actually at its highest it's been all night right now. It's up $3.70 to $1,982.30. 1982 being the last year that they put 95% copper in the Lincoln cent. That's right. The last year that had occurred. Now it has 3% copper, and it's plated zinc. Crazy. Yeah. I've got a proof cent in my hand right now, and it's got bad finning on it. I hate finning on coins. And those old proof coins, they have it. These sharp strikes bring a wire sharp rim around the edge of the coin, and it really sucks. I guess it's been a problem for quite a while from the U.S. Mint, from these proof coins. Really need to stop that. All right, very good. Hello, E Accord. Hello, E Accord. Welcome. Good to see you. Good to see Sergeant Gold is here too. So there's where the markets are. They are performing. Not a lot of activity happening here in the markets. Daniel Bullrunner Lamb says, we will be the vindicators. There you go, Daniel Bullrunner Lamb. That's right. Vindication is coming. Ronald Nosita. What, Sal? You're not a fortune teller? Not a fortune teller. Believe it or not. I'm not a good fortune teller. All right. Twitch Radio says here about Silver's Day is coming. If you've not seen this video, I encourage you to check it out. Says, I just buy what's on sale, but I only buy 2-ounce coins and limited mintage items. I try to keep up to a 5 to 7 year spot, 5 to 7 over spot, and it's mostly coins, not rounds due to the resale value later. All right, there you go, Twitch. Everybody's got a little bit of different strategy and what they deem one is more liquid than others. All right. There we go. Thank you. All right, thank you, Sergeant Gold. A little bit of Samantha Fox there. Or no, is that Divinals? That's Divinals, I think, that's saying that. When I think about you, I touch myself. Oh, yeah. She was kind of hot, whoever that chick was, the singer for the Divinals. FL Metalhead is here. Good to see you. Unintelligence says, Sal, appreciated this video. Your heartfelt knowledge when accumulating silver. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that so much. Yes, indeed. And we've got DL Stacker says, well said, sir. Thank you, DL. Appreciate your kind words. Millennial Money. I just bought this 1 kilogram of Libertad yesterday. Wow. Congratulations. What year did you get? And is it a reverse proof like that? One left, 2 live says, let me get to this, do this. First, I need to be able to make this be grossly efficient here by doing this. All right. Says the following here. 1 left, 2 live. The price of gold and silver is controlled by the stock market. The price is controlled. There's no shortage of gold. Go to any gold shop and jewelry store. More gold than you have money to buy. Money isn't backed by gold anymore. Yep. That's right. And there's a lot of controlling factors. I think the Fed is probably the biggest controlling factor for gold and silver prices. Nan Double X is here. Good to see Nan Double X. Welcome. Glad you're here. Oh, yeah. We've got David Niggy says, nothing to me is as beautiful as 5 gleaming silver rounds in my hand. It is beautiful. That is a beautiful sight indeed. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. We've got Zircoplay Metals. Silver has made me smile. Me too. It's definitely a very satisfying thing, having silver in your stack. Greetings from Silver Lion. Thank you. This is from this afternoon's video. This is really good news for gold video. Good day, sir. Thank you. I'm a dude stacker says, good day, sir. Thank you, sir. After second comment from BB. Thank you. After second comment. And Jim Telepal says, gotta love that gold. I hope the YouTube powers to be. Let this video get out. Well, thankfully it is doing a little bit better than the video from this morning. But still, if you could share it, Jim, that would be most helpful. Share it on other social media platforms and thumb it up as well, too. It helps. Yes, indeed. All right. All right, let's see. You guys are great. Thank you. And speaking of thumbs up, we have 224 in this live stream now. And if you're so inclined, I appreciate that. Troy T, how much weight total? Troy T, I actually mentioned it in the video. It's not a specific or right down to the ounce, but it's pretty close. So I encourage you to check out the video and listen, and I tell you how much is there. Yes, indeed. ZZRDF says, Silver's day will come, but what does that mean? It means you will be waiting for a long time. All right. Hey, it very well could be. Newton Rife says, from my perspective here, really good news for gold is that they are paying you to take it away today, and when you need to sell it at the price is close to infinity. Yes. For gold is they are paying you to take it away today, and when you need to sell it, the price is close to infinity. That means it's pretty high priced, is my guess. You got John and Lonnie Baker here. And then we'll get back to the charts for the prices. I think people already been buying gold because of the debt crisis, and I think after it's settled and nothing happens other than erase the debt ceiling, people are going to sell off their gold, and it will end up a buying opportunity for us. So it could happen once this thing gets, quote, resolved, a short-term sigh of relief. Then the markets will react, the dollar strength will go up, and we very well could see the prices fall dramatically. That's definitely a real possibility that we have to understand. Very good. And let's see here. Womble Stacker. Wow, wish I had gold. Hey, you can get it. You can do it. I think you can get gold. Let's get to the markets now. What are they doing? Oh, for the first time tonight, well, actually the second time tonight, silver is down slightly. Silver is down 0.02%, fractions of a cent. Gold is up $2.90. Gold to silver ratio widened to 83.14. Good to see Rufus Lumpkins is here. Hello, Rufus. Glad you're here. Good to see Azuki Play Metals is here. Good to see you. Welcome. And Ghost in Plain Sight says, even moms are waking up and stepping into silver and gold. Indeed they are. That's encouraging news. It sure is, Ghost in Plain Sight. You are right. There it is. Wild to see. So then we could see silver fall a little bit tonight. We'll find out. I don't think it's going to go to 24. But High Brass says, I can see the future. The Republicans will give in and take favors to raise a debt ceiling instead of negotiating. I think so too. I can see that. There's Tucson Bubba with the bourbon pump. He's here. Welcome, Tucson Bubba. Good to see you, sir. Glad you're here, my friend. Oh, yeah. Let's see here. No, I don't know where Love Button is. We've not seen Love Button in quite a while. Or Pudenda Johnson. What was the other name she used to come into? All right. Caraldi Caballo. Querido Caballo says, well, fifth. Thank you. Fifth comment there on this one. Thank you, sir. Chuckamplata. He's got something to say here, and I quote, my PX is peace with your maker, enjoying cups of coffee at your leisure, listening to Sal at your digestion of metals, markets and money, spending more time at the beach, and having great YouTube friends like all of you. Thank you, Chuck and Plata. Appreciate you. Glad you are here. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Jen Italia, that's it. Thank you. It's Jen Italia. That was the other one. I've not seen any of those accounts. Not sure what's going on. Good to see Ridge Runner. Glad you're here. Gold Maple is here, too. Good to see you, Gold Maple. Passport X says, Sal, why didn't you sell your rhodium at 20 plus? In fact, it almost got to 30,000. It was 29,000 and change. He says you could have bought a lot more gold. Just curious, especially since we both went through the rise and fall of the metals. Well, Passport, I actually have a whole playlist on this, and I explain just that. In fact, I'm going to show you for anybody who wants to know about my thoughts on anything regard to any metal or about any coin or something like that. I've got over 6,000 videos, which more than likely, if you ask the question, I've probably done a video on it. So if you go to my channel and you scroll all the way to the right, on these little tabs here, to the very right there is a little search function. And so Passport X wants to know about rhodium. I have a whole playlist on this, but you can just type in rhodium here. And I've got a video here. I tried to sell my rhodium bar, and that was 2 years ago. And here's one that's probably going to answer his questions. Why I won't sell this rhodium bar for $20,000. And rhodium price is exploding. Why I love rhodium. The 1 ounce rhodium bullion bar. What I bought it for. This video from 9 years ago. Watch this video. You'll see what I paid for it. Why I won't sell this 1 ounce rhodium bar for $10,000. So yes, indeed, I followed it quite along. I'm going to probably be doing another video about rhodium soon too, as well too. Kind of a recap everything in association with that rhodium bar. But yeah, so I hope that Passport will see this. Silver New Jack, formerly known as Silver New Jack. The artist formerly known as Silver New Jack. And hopefully that will answer your query. Yes, indeed. But thank you, sir. Yes, and you're right. I could have bought a lot of gold for it. You're right. Yes, indeed. But I purposely did not sell it. All right. Silver Honda. Says here, let's get to this. Do that and go over here to this. So we can be massively effective here. I'm sorry I cannot watch this great news for gold video, and it really breaks my heart. It's Sunday and Mrs. Silver Honda is dressed in her nun costume and wants me to baptize her, but I promise to be quick. All right, there you go. Oh my goodness gracious. I love it. There you go, Silver Honda. You were the man. I tell you what, he's a lucky guy, very fortunate guy, for sure. Good times, good times. Ominous Rooster says, hold the faith in precious metals, another piece in the portfolio. That's right, the portfolio. I like how you worded that, Ominous Rooster. Well said. All right, and we've got Troy T says, hey, what's your address? Let's just answer that with 7. There we go. And Brian Smythe says, nice explore, Sal. Couldn't agree more. I'm sick of the FOMO. It was never about going to the moon for me. But we can always dream. And you know what? It's about just appreciating it. That's part of what this video is about. Appreciation of your silver. I got a piece of silver right here that I just think it's cool. And I just kind of like to look at it. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Yes, indeed. Let's take a slurp of some more water here. Hello, Bill457. Good to see you. By the way, let me know, how many of you have not pressed the thumbs up button yet? And might just do it right now to get us to 250 thumbs up. Can we get 250 thumbs up tonight? I think we can. That's what she said. Yes, indeed. All right. W says, I'll accumulate silver and some gold. There you go. I like the way he thinks. Gold will outperform Bitcoin this year, in fact. Whoa, man, now that is a tall order. I don't think that's going to happen. But can you imagine if it did? Stephen Caldwell says, I'm 66 and will most likely be dead by the time Silver's Day comes. Well, I tell you, don't ever hold out hope. And by the way, the reason why I say don't hold out hope is because of some of the stuff that I said in this video about today with silver. So I hope you will check it out. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you, NanDoubleX. You did your part. Thank you so much. And thank you, Red Crawler. And we've gone to thumbs up begging. We're begging 79 to be my proxy and beg people for thumbs up. I'm begging Terry79 to tell you to thumb up this video. Come on, Terry. Do it for me. Do it for me. Womble Stacker, gold will pass 2K soon. I think it will too. I think it'll go back over $2,000 soon. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah. Very, very good. Let's see here now. Let's get back and take a look at the market, shall we? I mushroom stamped the thumbs up. Thank you, Rufus. Tony Minuti is here. Good to see Tony Minuti. And Yeah, this is kind of a slow market watch in terms of the markets. Now silver has flatlined again. No movement at all in silver tonight. That's just crazy to think about, but that's indeed the case. Gold up $2.70, just kind of hanging out. Boring night in the markets. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do a push-up challenge. We're going to do a little push-up sale. That's right. For every dollar donated via super chat, it'll be 2 push-ups or 2 exercises like curls. For every dollar donated via PayPal friends and family, it will be 3 push-ups or 3 exercises like curls or razor kicks. I haven't done razor kicks in a while, so we could do that too. Yeah, might as well. We're going to do it. It's a slow night. Might as well. So yes, indeed, the sale is on. I think probably 79 will be the first one to break the ice in that regard. I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to happen. She's probably going to do PayPal friends and family. I just checked and she hasn't sent anything yet, but I know it's coming any moment now. Thank you, Womble Stacker. Very good. Saxon Stacker says, such a small market and millions are just getting started. Yes, it really is. But the gold market's pretty big, though. But in the grand scheme of things, it is being there. Silver being flatline is a good thing. It's ignoring J. Powell. That's true. Goes in plain sight. You're right. You're right. There's Tucson Bubba with a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. And this, I think, will do for push-ups. We're going to push it for Tucson Bubba. Thank you, sir. 10 push-ups. Let's do it. Let's do it for Tucson Bubba. Oh, yeah. Let's get this in there. Get the blood flowing. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you. Sell your body to these women. There you go. That wouldn't get very much for doing that. Not really much to look at. My apologies, but that's just the case. So I was on a treadmill the whole time. There you go. There you go. And we've got cleanliness now in this chat room because Tucson Bubba's brought the bourbon pump. Thank you again, Tucson Bubba. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Got a little bit of the blood flowing there. John Bethia, what is the top right coin? That is the, it is the, forget what that's called, but it is from New Way or something like that. But it's the British English Lions or something like that. But I forget what it is, what it's called. But I think it's from New Way or some other country. I'll have to check it out again, but I forget the name of it. All right. Let's see here. Very, very good. Yeah, Shane Brennan. I don't think they're paid. I'm definitely. I've been unabashed in my support for Ukraine, but there's people that generally feel that way. I typically don't debate that subject, but people are welcome to speak their mind. But they're not paid imposters. But I think Putin is somebody should take that son of a biscuit out. I'm not a big fan, and and I think the invasion of Ukraine is a detestable. It's horrible, and I don't understand the support for Putin. Putin is horrible. The guy needs to go. Somebody needs to take him out. In fact, he needs to die a horrible death. There's no question about that. But anyways, I digress. But I just don't really engage. But I think that the whole thing. In fact, I think Ukraine needs to take back Crimea. But anyways, but that's just me. But anyways, but no, people are welcome to speak their mind. But I disagree adamantly with I'm by the way, I am pro Russian people. I'm pro the Russian people, but I'm not for Putin. That's for sure. And by the way, Ukraine, just so you understand, there's a lot of corruption there, but for sure, but no justification for being invaded, none whatsoever. And let's see here. All right. Rick Engman, no more push-up sell. Gold just went down $1 on the live charts. No way. Look at that. Let's see here. Oh man, I'm still showing it up. Gold is up $2.10. Silver is now down 2 cents. So maybe my push-ups are pushing the price of silver down. Yes, very well could be. All right. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Yep, I'm pro USA too. Yep, indeed. And I think there ought to be accountability for the money we're sending over there for sure. No question about that. But anyways, all right. And Amy Oakley says, AUAG land, cattle, and a few critters. Yep, that's right. There you go. There's different ways of diversifying preparedness, that's for sure. And we've got the evil one says, Gorgeous Coins Mexican Mint does an excellent job. Yes, they do. They're great. They are great. And SDRC says 9226. Would they buy gold or GLD ETF? I think they should buy gold. In fact, if I'm going to, a lot of people trading in the markets for the convenience will get the GLD. But I think even if you do GLD, it's good to have some physical gold in your possession for sure. All right. Stephen Colwell says, selling silver fiat is a loss today. Yes, indeed. Yep, it is a loss for sure. 38 says, some of the biatch. 2011, 38, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And let's see here. We've got Bob and Mary says, hope they won't increase debt ceiling. Hope the conservatives hold the line. I'd rather see the default now and opposed to later on our kids or grandchildren. I'd rather see default now. Yeah, I hear you. Either way, it's a bad, we're going to have to feel the pain at one point or another. When are we going to do it? We're going to kick the can down the road, is my guess. But it probably should be together, along with the budgets to be able to go. Every budget is going to break that ceiling for sure. But anyways, very good. All right. Yep, me too, Lidford. Pro God. Thank you, Lord, for another day. That's exactly right. That's for sure. And Rocky Superstar, Sal, it's time to stop this crazy spending. The central banks are buying a lot of gold and silver. COMEX is under 33 million ounces of silver. Yep. Crazy, crazy. And getting into the low bit of silver. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yep, that's right. If it flips to the ships, a lot of corruption in through Ukraine. You're exactly right. And by the way, a lot of corruption through China, and a lot of corruption through Russia, through the left as well too. It's all over the place. But Ukraine was like a cesspool of it. There's no question about it. But that's not why this war is being fought. Let's see, very good. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, Cybercurrent Twitcher. It might be good news for gold, but isn't necessarily good news for me. Still wanting to add more to my stack. Yep. No, I hear you. I'm with you. I'd like to see that price drop tremendously so I can buy a lot more of it. Exactly right. Let's see here. All right, we've got David Kanigi says, I was really hoping silver was going to break out recently. Oh, well, I'll keep on buying now. There we go. And right now, silver is down. The lowest it's been tonight. Down 2 cents. Now it's down 1 cent. So where it was earlier. And gold is up $2.60. Yes, indeed. All right. Yes, Steve, we have our share of corruption. And there's no question about it. And we've got our share of corruption here too, but it's not like some of these other countries. But still, we've got our share, especially nowadays where we have once fine, upstanding institutions have been corrupted and have been weaponized against political enemies. For all intents and purposes, we have become sort of a banana republic in that regard, with everything, with how we handle elections to how we weaponize the institutions, and that's been happening really since the Obama administration and the deep state, which is crazy. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's tough. A lot of money being spent in this war. You're right, Jay. Ukraine will be in so much debt with the U.S. after this war. They sure will. Crazy. All right, and we've got Hagar the hodler. Stack, and then stack some more. There you go. Yep. Jay Lee says every state should follow Florida and Indiana of not recognizing central bank digital currencies. I agree with you on that. And if enough states do this, it will be a challenge for the federal government if not prepared to be controlled and lose all of your freedom. That's right. Every state should do it. Well said. It's got to happen at the state level. Afternoon, Twitch Radio. Good to see you. Thank you, guys. Herb Ash is here. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Welcome. And Dimitris, not one of Biden's policies benefit the American people. This is why I'm buying gold and silver. Yep, can't argue with you on that. You're right there, for sure. In fact, Biden wants to spend more than we did during the pandemic. With these legislative stuff that he wants, if he had his way, we'd be spending more than what we had during the pandemic. It's just crazy. And we're out of the pandemic. It's insane. Cole Marsh says, I need some good news. Yeah, there you go. We love good news. We love good news. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. We have 258 thumbs up now. Thank you guys for the thumbs up as we march on through. The global warmer with the emoticons here. Support. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Matt Bittner. And Nickel Stacking says, hey, did you happen to see the most beautiful gold coin in the world? Charlie Rich. All right. I did not see that. We've got Paw Strategy says, I'm sure that if there's a default, silver and gold will soar. Unfortunately, there would be such demand that many would miss out. That's true. You're right. All right. And let's see here. And Trash says, can't do it. Way out of my league. For me, it's silver. I disagree with you, Tash. I think you can buy gold. I think you definitely can. And I know I don't know you, and I don't know your situation, but if you can buy silver, you can buy gold. There's no question about it. Hello, Multi-Gun Man. Good to see you. Take care, Gold Chick. Thank you so much for being here, Gold Chick. Have a wonderful evening. All right, you are awesome. Runagavikalink says, I was hoping for bad news in precious metals for about 6 more months while I back up the truck. Yes. No, I hear you. I hear you on that. And Freight Grinder says, political theater. The Republicans talk awfully big now, but we'll see what happens at the 11th hour. What backroom concessions we'll learn about years from now. Lots of moving parts in this time of geopolitical and global economic uncertainty. Though I'm growing in my convictions as a silver bear, I have to say I still appreciate the quality of products Sal creates daily. Well, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that, sir. Yes, indeed. There's a lot happening, and I don't hold out much hope for the Republicans either, for sure. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. And Ominous Rooster says, the debt ceiling has always been an issue with Congress. They keep spending our money. It's our money and not their money. The answer is to cut out the useless programs they are funding and let us, the voters, decide by voting on the bills passed. Imagine if that was the case, we could save money by not voting or dragging out the time it takes to vote on each bill. Well, Ominous Rooster, that essentially more or less becomes because who's going to write the bills? They're going to write the bills in such a way to trick most of the American people that don't have the time or will take the time to look at the bills and the language in them, especially these 3,000, 4,000 page bills. It's insane. And the system is with a representative republic is actually a good one. It's just that I think we need term limits in Congress, and we need to have some reforms, and I think bills should be read by every person voting on this legislation. They need to read the bills before they vote on them. That's what I think. All right. Tim Schmidt says, wait, what did you say? People are waking up. They are woke. You endorsing the woke culture? No. Very big difference between waking up and being woke. People need to sit with themselves and not follow the crowd. Let's wake up people to what real money is. That's right. Exactly. All right. Very good. All right. Thank you. Annie Oakley is still here out in the wind, taking care of critters. A lot of wind there in western Kansas. Be careful out there. We don't want any tornadoes to fill up. Yes, indeed. Or to swirl up there in the region. Baby Alexandru says, get money out of the banks, buy gold and silver. I wouldn't get all of your money out of the banks, but it is good to buy gold and silver. Carson Me says, who sells these gold Australian kangaroos? Love that image. Yep, most of the bullion dealers out there will sell the golden kangaroos. They're easily accessible. Too many government leeches, that's right. Federal government is way too big. Way too big. All right. S. Williams says, having to raise a debt ceiling to meet obligations is no different than having to receive regular credit limit increases to pay the minimum monthly credit card balances. This isn't sound or ethical economics, and we don't have a true monetary system. It's just company script for the United States of America. I'm not sure that it happens in June, but someday the government will likely default when they feel ready to usher in CBDC. Keep stacking and prepping. Thanks, Al. Yep. There you go. That's right. And the thing is that the debt ceiling is the maximum amount that we can pay. We have overspent beyond our credit limit when they pass these bills, and that's why we're not meeting the obligations. We had a debt limit, and we didn't go over it because they always keep raising it. Just like when your credit card, if you have a debt limit of $19,000 in your credit card, and you go buy something that's going to pull you over that debt limit, you're just going to have them raise it. Not sound. You got to stay within your means. You got to stay within your means. Spend within your means. We can't afford to spend all this money, but they pass the bills because they know that they're going to eventually raise that limit. It's irresponsible. We can't do it as private citizens. The government shouldn't do it either. Hold the line, Republicans, but they won't. James Sheffield says this. You correctly pointed out having a regular supply of dollars is important to us Americans. Preserving your wealth is only what you have after the cost of your day-to-day life. If all of your wealth is in gold, you are going to die sooner than later. How much the rest of the world will support our debt, and when it does, how does this happen? The one sensible way for us to devalue our dollars is to reduce the interest rates on our debts. We decree that U.S. debts are now 1% less saving world order. The banks do regarding their loans is to be determined by the free market. Free market should be more practiced than it is now. We don't have a free market system anymore, sadly. At least not anything near what a free market we had before. Those days are gone. We've essentially moved into socialism for all intents and purposes. Let's take a look at the markets again here. All right, now silver has flatlined now, and no movement at all in silver. Pretty boring night here. Gold is up $3.20 to $19.81.80. Platinum up 2, palladium up 7. Not a lot of activity. Pretty crazy. All right. Thank you. Yes, press the like button. Thank you, Urbash. Appreciate that. All right. We're at 264 thumbs up. We could get to 300 tonight. I don't know. Donald Roger says, think we might need copper soon. After all, the penny recently went to 3 cents. It's cheap right now. Well, I think it's a good idea to hold back some of this pre-82 cents. Yes, indeed, I think it is. Think it's all going down in June and July. What's going down, Liquid Electrum? In July, we're going to go to the Fed Now service. We know that's coming. Mr. Greenstar says, not my gubernate. Yes, no gubernate. Tim says, like I said before, I just started stacking, collecting in February. I traded a 500 Smith & Wesson ammo for 50 ounces when spot was at 21 and got some cash with it. When silver went up, I sold 25 and bought 7 tubes of constitutional halves. To me, silver bullion reminded me when I scrapped copper, it's nothing but an industrial metal. It will never be money again, so I stuck with Constitution because at least collectors may want it. And I'm mainly buying gold now. I found some beautiful mercury dimes today for $1.75 each and bought a handful. I just can't bring myself to pay high premiums for what I consider scrap silver. You know, I understand, Tim. Yep, buy it as cheap as possible. That's the way to do it. All right. All right, and we've got Chris Barfield says, good news for me would be if gold went to $1 an ounce. It sure would be. You back up the truck for that. Eagle Steve doesn't think we'll get to 300 tonight, but hey, we're 32 away. I think it's possible we get to 300 thumbs up tonight. I think quite possible. There you go. Good to see John Bannon is here. He's got thousands of old Canadian pennies. That's cool, John. He kept some of those old pennies. A lot of them are steel nowadays, but yes, indeed. All right, Stuart Moore says here, it's purely manufactured coin crisis. Here's how to fix a budget dilemma. Scrap the tax code. Institute an across-the-board 15% flat tax for everybody, including corporations. Congress cannot spend money it takes in. Stop being the world's policeman. Get out of these endless wars. Eliminate trade tariffs. Promote free trade agreements that are fair for all parties. Put term limits on elected officials. No one can serve more than 2 consecutive terms. One-term presidency of 6 years. One and done. I like your idea, Stuart. I think that's good. Yes, indeed. All right, and we've got Bill Granger. Thank you for the thumbs up on this video. Steve C. Informative, Sal. I need more gold. Thank you, brother. Yes, indeed. Good stuff. All Pro says, I enjoy your gold videos. You're a beast. I'm pumping them out. Thank you, All Pro. Appreciate that, sir. Very kind of you, indeed. All right. CBDC. Yeah, CBDC is a couple of years away, and the reset's a couple of years away, too. Yeah, that's not going to be coming for quite a while. June and July. July, we're going to see the Fed Now service, which is the background, but we're not going to see a reset for a while. They're still working on it, though. It's going to be coming, but we're probably about 5, 6, 7 years out for that stuff. Patrick Ovolo says, there will be no default. This is a carnival show and nothing else. I think you're probably right. Probably right on that. Trudeau must go. All right, Demolition Dan. Let's refresh these. While we refresh this, let's take a look at the markets. Gold back down, or silver back down 1 cent, $23.92. Gold up $2.90. All right, very, very good. You guys are great. Glad you're here. And let's see here. By the way, we need 27 more thumbs up to get to the magic 300 thumbs up. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Let's get down on it. An hour ago. Get into these comments. Looks like they're not loading. We'll get started on these. Achilles, really good news. What? Gold back to 2,000? Almost real estate goes up and produces monthly income. Yeah, at least. Yeah, but you also have to pay taxes on it. AKA 47, they're going to raise it business as usual. Yeah, probably will. Joseph Priestley says, the debt ceiling is not the problem. The debt's the problem. That's right. And deficit spending is a problem too. That's right. Exactly. Spiderhead. Default is the very best thing that could happen for this country. Actually, default is tied with killing the Fed. Yep. Paul Sidwell. When I press the like button, nothing happens. What shenanigans is this? Oh man, I'm sorry, Paul. Maybe try restarting your browser and trying again, but I appreciate it. All right. Well, guys, I'm getting a little bit tired here. Had a long night, long day here, but hey, you guys are great. Let's see here. Very good. But thank you guys for being here tonight. I appreciate you so much. And for hitting that thumbs up button. We didn't quite hit 300. It's still time to press the thumbs up button, though. We only need 25 more to get there. But, hey, we're going to be back on Tuesday. And I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. And I want to leave you with this sage piece of advice. You're going to love this. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Hope you have a wonderful evening.